Hey, what's up, champions? Welcome to Growth Mode. I'm your host, Donnie Boivin, and I'm the CEO and founder of Success Champions. I've spent over 20 years in the sales game learning how to get better in sales, and I've spent the last 3 years, 4 years now, Christ, I don't know how long I've been in business, setting up Success Champions and learning to scale and grow a business. Hanging out with me, as always, is my buddy Kevin Snow, a sales and automation tactician and a lover of Star Trek. Wars. Wars, that's the one. Well, on this show, man, we talk about business development, sales, marketing, all things small business owners need to scale and grow their business. On this episode, Kevin, what the heck are we talking about?
So we're going to talk about one of your favorite topics. We're going to talk about it when salespeople and business owners say they wish they had more time.
All right, dude, this wears me out. So we have a Facebook group called Success Champions, right? And there's 3 questions you got to answer to become a part of that group. Question number 1 is, like how'd you hear about the group? Question number 2 is what's your email so we can send you some fun stuff. And then the third question is what's the biggest thing holding you back in life and business? And the number 1 response every freaking time is time. People always think they don't have enough time to get shit done. And it exhausts me to no end. And the reason it exhausts me is nobody in this world has a time management problem. Period. You have a fucking prioritization problem. And the way I can always put it, if Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, freaking Mark Cuban, all of these guys, Gary Vee, all of these guys that run these multi-million-dollar, sometimes billion-dollar corporations, and do all this stuff, can accomplish all of that in 24 hours. They get the same damn 24 hours a day that we get. Really simple. So if you're bitching about, I don't have enough time, I want you to realize that's an excuse. You're just not getting shit done. Thoughts, Kevin?
But Donnie, they have a bunch of people working for them.
And they started off, go Google the picture of Jeff Bezos sitting, as he started Amazon. He's got this fucking paper banner up on the wall, fucking shaggy haircut, shirt's all fucked up, ties all askew, and he's built Amazon by his damn self, right? And grew it all up. It's an excuse. The mere idea of I don't have enough time is simply nothing more than a really victim, lousy excuse.
Well, I completely agree with you. We hear this from business owners all the time. I don't have time for that. We'll work on that in a different quarter. And it's really their inability to identify what are the key things in their business that they need to be spending time on. And half the time when you actually press them and ask them what they're doing with their time, half the stuff that they fill their day with doesn't generate revenue. It doesn't fill their pipeline. It doesn't do anything to actually move their business forward.
I mean, yeah, it's usually some bullshit things that bring no value to them or their business. But it feels like activity when it's merely motion. It's not real tangible shit, and it just wears me out. So let's help people unfuck themselves and actively get around this bullshit of I don't have enough time.
Okay.
There's an activity that I love to do that 100% helps people figure out what they should be doing and what they should not be doing. The first thing they need to do is simply figure out what hours of the day you can be client facing. So What hour of the day are your clients, your prospects, the people that can actually pay you, working and open to having sales type conversations? Determine that. For me, it's traditionally around the 8 to 6, time frame.
Yep.
Okay? That becomes known as pay time. That is a time you can get paid to talk to prospects, prospect, and do the things that actually make you money. Very, very simple thought process. If that is the time that you can get paid, you should do activities that get you paid, not the shit that doesn't get you paid. Determine what time is pay time for you. Any time that's not in between those hours becomes no pay time. And let me tell you, if you're a salesperson listening to this right now, I'm fixing to piss you off. And I'm okay with that, because I can't tell you how many times I talked about this in front of rooms and literally would have salespeople go, well, no, I'm not doing that. But here's the thing. If you can be in front of clients between 8 to 5, that's what you're paid to do, is go be in front of clients. Get new business, bring on deals, do whatever. If you run a business, then you need to be client-facing as often as you freaking can. Right? I mean, Zoom calls, virtual coffees, you name it, you call it. Your ass better be having a lot of conversation with people that can say yes to you. What drives salespeople's nuts is they think that they're paid to do paperwork. They think they're paid to do things that may move the business forward, but don't actively help them make revenue. So what I always told the salespeople was, look, 8 to 5, that's my time. Your ass better be out prospecting, cold calling, doing social media, doing the things that will grow your business. And then at 5 o'clock, if that whistle blows, cool. Now you can do paperwork. Now you can send off billing. Now you can do collections. Now you can do accounting, operational crap, anything else. But that 8 to 5 window, that's money time. That's time you've got to be out getting money. And that so kills so many people when I tell them that.
Yeah, for me, I have my to-do list, and I have it broken down into 4 columns or 4 quadrants. And I have my upper left quadrant is everything that is revenue generating or client facing. So like actually doing the work the clients pay me for. The bottom left column is all the business operational stuff. Upper right column is all my Army stuff. And then bottom right is all personal stuff that I need to get taken care of. And the upper left is my go-to. It's like, all right, if it's up there, that means it needs to get done. There's some time definite or time constraints on it. It needs to be done, in a expedient manner, or it's directly related to me getting paid. The operational stuff is the next stuff I work on. If I have like time between a client calls and it's not enough time to start doing any of the prospecting or work on a project, then I'll start knocking out some of my operational things and get rid of bits and pieces there. Army stuff for the most part, and then personal stuff is always, outside of the time, the normal day time. Other than things like, hey, I need to set up an appointment with the VA. Obviously, I got to do that during the day. So there's going to always be exceptions to the rule, but I follow that general practice because I've found that I would get sucked into the operational stuff. It's like, ooh, I'm going to create content. I'm going to do cool things and work on the website and all this stuff. And then I'd be like, oh, look, I haven't done anything for my clients, or I haven't done anything for generating revenue, haven't sent out any pricing. Well, hell. So now it's really focused on those types of things are always at the top of my list, and then everything else I fill in around.
Yeah, no, I love it. So, I love you broke it down into 4 categories, because I've always been taught that there's 2. There's pay time and then there's no pay time. And the pay time activities are activities that, make you money. No pay time activities are all the stuff that don't directly bring you revenue. And I've had some huge debates over what falls in those categories. But I love that you added the 4 categories overall, because I think it helps you mentally stack the things in the right places to prioritize your shit. I can't talk today. Holy hell. Because, for me, and this is where people get hung up. I say 8 to 5, you should be client facing, right? That's an exhausting day. It's a lot of damn work to be client facing for freaking 12 hours or whatever it is, okay? Marine, I don't do math. I have no idea how many hours 8 to 5 is, but it's a bunch. Somebody's going to correct me. I'm going to get a comment or an email. 8 to 5 is blah, blah, blah hours, right? But, most times my business development time is scheduled from 7 o'clock in the morning to roughly around lunchtime. Okay. I'm going to give myself a 4-hour minimum kick-ass, let's go do business development activities. And the reason I do that is because that's when I'm at my best. I'm absolutely at my best in the morning. Kevin's the opposite of me. He's at his best in the evening. He's that weird, creepy dude that plays with Star Wars toys. How many Star Wars toys? I don't think you have any. But, knowing when you're at your best and doing the activities in the proper time frame is a huge asset. But having that 4-hour window to do business development activities is huge, because now in the afternoon, when I'm not at my best, I can go do things that recharge, re-energize, and make me a best of my game.
And some people are going to be listening to this. No. Some people are going to be thinking about the whole idea of being client-facing between 8 and 5 and think, well, that means I have to be in front of clients. No, that's not what it means at all. It can be you're doing your reach-outs on Facebook or LinkedIn. You're getting your new connections. You are doing some sort of activity that is going to help you fill your pipeline or move a client to that next stage in the buying cycle. It could be, hey, I need to get this proposal sent out. Sweet. Send out a proposal. That is a revenue generating activity. That is okay to do during that timeline. It's the other things like, all right, I got to enter stuff into QuickBooks. I need to update licensing for some websites, the customer servicey type stuff. That is not directly revenue generating. Unless, of course, you are billing by the hour for that, then you need to figure out how that works into your day, because that needs to get done.
Well, but that could be the 4th quadrant of your thing. Instead of the Army, it could be, your hourly paid stuff, right?
Yep, and that could be your afternoon. Donnie does reach outs and customer-facing stuff in the morning. In the afternoon, Donnie tends to do a lot of his content work. But that could also be the customer service stuff as well, depending on how you like breaking out your day.
Well, for the record, I should never do customer service. I should 100% just be out front making content, because I suck at customer service.
If you're not doing customer service, then I'm not doing customer service, because we've already determined that
really
I'm not the person for that.
I'm bad at customer service, but you were like you have no soul when it comes to customer service. You're literally like, what the fuck? The button's right there in front of you. Push the damn button.
Plug in your laptop and hit the power button. Oh, it works now. Thank you.
Too funny. But no, you're right. I mean, it comes down to... And I'll still go back. I love this four quadrants, because, I mean, you can put what you need in those 4 quadrants and break them down. And it gives you a prioritization list of what you need to rock out and actually get done, which is huge, because the number one thing I think that kills people when it comes to time is they just don't know what to fucking do next. They're so overwhelmed with the volume of shit they need to be doing that they often choose the thing that would come easiest or make them feel good versus doing the thing that actually grows a business.
It's the immediate benefit or the immediate gratification.
I got your word for you.
Thank you. Of being able to cross something off the list. And that's literally what it is. Oh, I crossed something off. That I feel better. I'm less overwhelmed now. And you're actually crossing stuff off that's not helping you.
Right. And, and this is where the difference between motion and action is. Motion is crossing shit off the list, right? And what you're doing is you're not actually completing things. You're getting shit out of the way versus doing the things that you need to be doing. Action is proactively doing the things that you don't want to do but move the business forward. The reach outs, the Zoom calls, the cold calls, the walk-ins, whatever those activities are that help bring you in business, that's the shit that you need to be doing. That's the action you need to be taking. People will reach out every once in a while and they're like, I'm just overwhelmed. I don't know what to do next. And my response is traditionally, what brings you money fastest? Right? What is the next tool that brings you revenue? So, maybe you can outsource. Maybe you can bring somebody on, right? What are those things that allow you to actually scale and grow your business so you can get help all the way through and move forward with everything you're doing? Bottom line for me, guys, is it's really simple. Don't use time as an excuse. Don't use it as something to be put out there as this idea that time is the thing holding you back. Start prioritizing your shit. I mean, if it's simple, list everything out that's got to be done and then rank it. Rank it by, what task or activity needs to happen and start getting shit done. There are people that are 10 times more busier than you are doing 10 times more stuff because they figured out how to prioritize. I can't talk, see? Prioritize the shit that they need to be done. So whether you use, the idea of pay time, no pay time, you use Kevin's 4 boxes, figure out a time system that's going to work for you. Double down, go all in, rinse, wash, repeat, and keep doing it. It's not a time issue, guys. It's a prioritization issue. So as always, if you guys got any value out of this show, do us a hugest favor, guys. Go tell one person to subscribe to this show. Those subscriptions mean everything to us, and we are grateful for each and every one of them. The reviews you guys have left so far have been absolutely amazing, and we're grateful for those as well. But you know what? Go tell one person how to subscribe to the show. It means everything to you. To us, not to you. Ha! Thanks, guys.